Hello, everyone. Welcome to Women Manifesting Dreams. My name is Rita Valente. I'm your host. This is a Dream Warriors podcast. New season, new series, new season. Jennifer, you are the first one. No pressure. How are you doing? And then
Amazing.
tell us who you are, what you do, and where you're based.
Yeah, amazing. Well, firstly, thank you so much, Rita, for having me here on your amazing podcast. It's been a bit manic getting on because it's school holidays here in Australia and everything that my children didn't want to do happens. So thank you so much. So I'm a mindset coach for female entrepreneurs, and it's really about navigating through their self-sabotaging behaviors and patterns so they can become unstoppable and they can embody that next step of where they want to go in business, where they want to go in their life. So that's where I support people in my journey as a coach.
Mm-hmm. And why?
Yeah, well, a couple of years ago, prior to actually being a mindset coach, I worked as a social worker. And I had many signs from the universe that was telling me that there was possibly something else. But I was so stuck in fear. I was in a government job, and government jobs are, people, they're very safe, according to a lot of people. So I was at that point in my life where I was experiencing emotional, physical exhaustion, right? I had just swapped. So I was actually working in the emergency department and as a social worker, but I also had multiple wards. So I managed that, and I had about 5 wards that I was doing. Of course, I was basically burning myself out, but everything happens for a reason. I needed to go through that. And then one day something happened and I realized, hang on a minute, I am worthy and I deserve better. There's something more. And when you just make a decision and then everything aligns.
I will
Everything
say
aligns.
that is the reason why I want to do this podcast with this series and with this title. Is when we take the decision, it will happen. When we take the decision, I have a quote that is not mine, but you are going to love it, is take ownership of the result before you have any clue how to get the result.
So true. Yeah.
So is that is what did happen for you probably, right?
Yeah. Well, I had many signs from the universe. My body wasn't good. And I made that decision. And I remember sitting in nature going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And literally what popped in my head was coaching. Why don't you do this? I had never been coached. And I was like, okay. So that was before, everything with the pandemic. And I made that decision in 2019. Feels so long ago. So long ago. So much has happened in the world. So much has happened to me. And that was that point of me really on a journey of discovering who I was. And when we really understand, we're always that person. It's just we're taking off all the layers and we're not a prisoner of what other people think and feel about ourselves, about us. So that was really the point for me. And then, me supporting women to change the way they think and feel about themselves. So then they're not just impacting their life, but it's impacting, if, we're mothers, we're impacting our children and, how we're supporting them. And then we're impacting every other person. So that's where my vision is and why I do coaching and not social work.
Wow. And what kind of people do you work with?
Yeah. So I work with entrepreneurs, so women who are already in business and who have already a mindset they want to get to that next level or they want to do something bigger, but we can't always do that with the same thinking. We need someone else with a different perspective, who can see it, and these women are trailblazers. They're heart-centered. They've got a growth mindset, and they take ownership for their results, but they're the nicest, most amazing women I've ever met. I'm very lucky.
Do you feel lucky? I was going to ask you that. Do you feel lucky?
Yeah. The
How
women
is-
that I call in on, they're amazing. I'm very, very lucky that I'm doing the type of work that I've always desired. Yeah.
And can you share a result of a client or a result that you had in your life, something then you can share with us to inspire?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so many, but one of my amazing clients who had seen multiple mental health professionals. So she was quite high functioning with her mental health, with her anxiety. And I remember she really struggled to implement boundaries with herself, and boundaries with, others. And so we did some of this work of implementing and creating boundaries, but the first step was actually, that self-worth pillar, that really how understanding how she thinks and feels, and really raising up her confidence. So she was able to do that first, and she was able to create these strong boundaries, which meant she was able to, I remember her saying, Jen, I feel like I've got you on my shoulder. I've been able to fire a client. Now, that might be really scary for a lot of people, but if you have someone who's taking a lot of your energy, everything is sort of like this reciprocal energy. If you're giving, and you're not getting back, it's just depleting. You can be a big-hearted person, but you don't have to catch yourself on fire to keep another person warm. I remember they were like, oh my God, Jen, yes. So when we were able to do that, and, she was able to go through a very, big things happen with her life because of the work that we did. So that was probably, very transformative. Yeah, definitely.
What kind of offers do you have in your place? How can people work with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So people can join my Facebook group, Becoming Unstoppable, for soul-led, courageous female entrepreneurs. And I have a mastermind. So it's really getting to looking at the body, mind, and soul, which I integrate the science, I integrate the psychology. I am now studying as well Ayurveda. So it's really understanding that ancient wisdom as well. So it's understanding all of those things. And we still have, things that come up within our life. That's just part of being a human being. So I don't say you overcome, because when we go to the next level, we just get tested even more by the universe. The universe is like, hey, here, I'm going to see how strong your leadership skills, and they might give us potential people who are not aligned. So we have to, come up. So we really go deep into understanding, our stories, what's, the awareness, understanding how to release that power that they hold over us, and really about creating and embodying the next version of ourselves. Yeah.
Wow. How can people find you online?
Yeah, so they can find me on Facebook, Jennifer Parker, or they can search for my Facebook group, Becoming Unstoppable, for soul-led, courageous female entrepreneurs. It's a bit of a tongue twister, but they're probably the best.
It is a little bit a tongue twister. Yeah.
I usually just say Becoming Unstoppable for soul-led women. So, but people will be able to find me by doing a bit of a search there and finding my name, Jennifer Parker. Yeah.
What is next for you?
Yeah. What is next? Oh, well, I think I'd like to do some travel now. Sort of things are sort of changing in the world again. Everyone's sort of getting back into travel. I think that would be amazing. And the great thing about this type of work is you can work anywhere you desire. And
I'm in Mexico now, going back to Europe. So probably going to Turkey after maybe coming back to
Amazing.
Mexico.
Oh, amazing. How good. That sounds
Yeah.
amazing. Beautiful.
So, and travel where you want to go.
Um, well, I'd love to. My sister is actually based in Canada, in Newfoundland. So it would be nice to go and see her there. I'd love to go back to the States. I would love to, go again to Fiji or Thailand. It's just everything has just been on a complete hold for a couple of years, quite honestly. So it would be nice now. It's getting a bit warmer here in Australia to do some tropical holiday ventures, but it's also nice going. It would be lovely to go to somewhere like Japan or somewhere. That would be super cool.
Amazing. What did you manifest in your life that you're proud of?
Yeah. I think I manifested definitely become this journey that I'm on now, that decision of actually being a coach. At the time, I didn't have the space to find the answers, but as soon as I made the decision to leave, that's when coaching came to me. And that's where all of these sort of things have just sort of landed with me. So that has been pretty amazing. My partner, so my husband, we've been together for a long time, like over 17 years. And I remember being clear about, sometimes we have to go through not great relationships and exactly what I wanted. So I was able to be so clear on what I wanted and what I deserved. And that was what I was able to manifest. Yeah.
What is the secret of manifestation in your
Yeah.
opinion?
Yeah. Well, I always, when I go to, have healings and things like that, they're like, have more fun. And always when I'm having more fun and connecting more to the feminine, and it can be, sometimes it's a resistance for me, but always when I'm doing that, and I'm like, oh, wasn't even thinking that. Look, something just happened, we're just sort of letting it go. But yeah, those things, they would say it's like just having faith. But that's something that it takes time for sure. And I'm still learning all that too.
Amazing. Do you have a message to your younger self?
Yeah, it's a great question. Message to my younger self would be, you're exactly where you need to be, and just keep following where you want to go. Like keep thinking of like your desire, like your vision for your life. Are you doing what you want, or are you doing what other people tell you to do? And I know what the answer would be. It was, I was always wanting what everyone else told me was success or what I should be doing. And if I could just instow that wisdom to my younger version self, that would just change so much.
And a message to your future self?
My future self. Oh, I think the message that I would send to my future self, what a great question, that I'm always just going to keep going and keep on this track, and I'm going to have more fun. And I hope you're having fun too.
Nice. What is the next thing you want to manifest?
It's my 40th this year.
Wow, I'm 41.
Yeah.
So we're almost.
And it's like 12, 12, 12 at 12 o'clock.
Oh, wait, you're born at 12/12?
Yeah.
I was born at 21/12.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So
Amazing.
I'm the last day of Sagittarius. You are 12/12. 12 is my lucky number.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
yeah, and it's so funny. Then you are 12. Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know I love you already because I knew we are born in December. Best month ever.
Yeah. So it's my 40th this year. So what I want to manifest is to take my family, somewhere like just a nice somewhere like a nice beach resort or something along those lines for a week or something. So that's currently what I'm manifesting to the universe.
To end, a quote. Can you share a quote with us?
Going back earlier to my client about the boundaries, is you don't have to catch yourself on fire to keep another person warm. So basically what that means is when you're a very big-hearted person, you feel like you have to go without to give to someone else. So you don't have, that's my biggest thing is just say someone needs, someone in your family needs someone to clean their house. Make sure you do that first before you even offer that support to someone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you should, but that is definitely a quote that has really supported my clients. They love that one.
Well done. Thank you so much. We're so beautiful. You are my first guest on this series. So amazing. Thank you so much, Jennifer. For you watching and listen to this, the message is simple. Keep living your dream and make it happen. My name is Rita Valente. I'm going to say bye to Jennifer. But for you who are here, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and tell me what are your dreams and what are your hopes. Again, my name is Rita Valente. I'm your host. This was Jennifer Parker with me today. I see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.